Good morning. Welcome to the second episode of Know Your Scholarships, in short KYS. If you want to know how, when and what is required to apply for scholarships to increase your chances of getting a scholarship, then this video is for you. This is Sanandini working in Inside IM as a video creator. Moving on, this whole video is divided into 5 parts. Number 1 is how to choose your own subject and country. Number 2 is which course do you want to go for. Number 3 is what does a scholarship application require. Number 4 are the preparation timeline. And number 5 are the 3 key tips from the scholarship winners themselves. So let's begin. Part 1 of this episode talks about know your subject and your country. There can be 2 possible cases. Number 1 is that you know your desired subject. Then you have to see in which all country this subject is in demand, and such that the number of scholarships of this subject, the job opportunities and the ROI from this subject is high. Case number 2 is you have a desired country in mind, maybe because your relatives stay there, or maybe because your relative has worked there or studied there, or in general maybe you like that country. Then know what all subjects are popular and has a high value in that country, and then make a smart choice. The in-demand and the highest paid degrees in some of the countries are engineering in USA, masters in finance and economics in UK, whereas medical occupations in Germany. If you ask why do you even need to know this right now, right away? Well, you have to know your subject so that you can shortlist your college and your courses as soon as possible. Part 2 of this video talks about which degree do you want to apply for. Is it bachelor's, diploma, master's or even higher? This depends on 2 things. Number 1, the quality of education and teaching for that degree in the country. Number 2 is the return on investment of that degree in the country. If we know the number of scholarships that are there for different degrees within that country, then we can actually understand what are the course levels the country is trying to attract. We will get into details about this in the upcoming videos when we'll go in depth about specific countries. So let's go to the next part. Part 3 of this video talks about all the requirements for scholarship application. Different scholarships have different documents that are required. From episode 1, we learned that the budget of a scholarship is fixed, but the number of people and the quality of people differs. What our goal is to submit all the documents that are asked for and also to give the best profile that is possible. The general list of the documents that are required are something like the online and the offline application, the degree certificate, the transcripts, and there are many more that are listed here. Just have a look at it and you'll get an idea. So let's take a real example of a Scotland Saltier scholarship and let's see what are the requirements. So first you have to check the eligibility criteria, and then here are the documents required and other details. So they need your name, email, address, nationality, your offer details for a place at Scotland University and including Scottish University name, the offer status, course or program applied to. And other than this, here is the essay section where there are 6 questions that you have to answer. One of them is, what are your reasons for wanting to study in Scotland? There are 5 more questions like that and you have to answer those. Some documents are fixed whereas some are flexible. To understand this, let's take an example of a pizza. The pizza base and the pizza sauce are fixed for every pizza, whereas the toppings for every pizza differ as per the pizza name. Here, the pizza name is equivalent to a scholarship name. So, number 1, the fixed documents are the pizza base and the sauce, that is equivalent to the academic results and the language test scores, which will be fixed. That means that you have to submit the same document for every scholarship application. Number 2, the flexible documents, that is the toppings, are essays and the letter of recommendation that differs for every scholarship application as per their requirement. Make a note of this, and we will be talking about this in the 5th part of this video when we talk about the tips given by the scholarship winners themselves. The 4th part of the video talks about preparation timeline. It is very important to know when to start and what to start with. So let's begin. Let's take a case study of me studying in abroad from September 2024. So I have to complete my previous degree at least by April of 2024. Now the timeline is something like within 5 months from February 2023 to June 2023, you have to give your TOEFL or IELTS for language proficiency and SAT, GRE or GMAT to test your basic quant, verbal and analytics so that your results come in at most 21 days before the exam. You will have your results, and in case it is not satisfactory, you can apply again and again within this 5-month period. That is 20 to 15 months before the intake date of September 2024. Number 2, shortlist your colleges and courses by June of 2023. That is 15 months before the intake date. Number 3, start applying for government-based scholarships from July of 2023. That is 14 months before the intake. Gather all the documents that are mentioned above, and in case your degree is not complete yet, you can ask for a provisional certificate from your college or opt for applying for these scholarships a little bit later. Number 4, around September till December 2023, that is 12 to 8 months before the intake date, apply for your corporate or trust-based scholarships. Number 5, from February 2024, that is 6 months before the intake, after you get your offer letter, you can start applying for your college, and as per the process, you can apply for scholarships accordingly. To understand the sources of scholarships, I have spoken about this in episode 1 of Know Your Scholarships video. Just have a look at it and you will understand the basics. Part 5 of this video talks about the tips by the scholarship winner themselves. So let's begin. Number 1, can't stress enough on this, but apply as soon as possible. If the scholarship for colleges starts 6 months before the intake, then apply on the first month itself instead of waiting for the deadline. As Amina, one of the scholarship winners of QS University Scholarship, says, schools have a specific amount of funding available, and the earlier you apply, the more you'll receive, and the easier it will be to get a scholarship. Number 2, stick to the point in an essay. A British Chevening scholarship recipient said, take the time to analyze the application essay topic. Identify all the keywords, take time to understand them, and strictly stick to the question when you have to answer. Remember when in part 3 we were talking about a pizza example where scholarships are part of a flexible document and it is equivalent to the toppings? So we'll get into more detail here. Let's take an example of an essay topic, that is, describe your social service accomplishments. And let's say I have been part of the National Literacy Campaign. There are 2 cases here. Case 1, imagine you are applying for an education program. Here in the essay you have to highlight how you made the curriculum, then you structured it, and how you trained 57 children who were under you. Then case 2, where you are applying for a finance program. Here you have to highlight how you made the budget for the curriculum, how you gave free books to the children from this campaign, and how you got sponsors from external sources to help you in this cause. So you see, the accomplishment is same, but how you put it is different. You have to highlight some points depending upon your course, your program, the specific question asked, your college, or even think about the scholarship giver. What are they looking for? The third tip from a scholarship winner is proofread. As Stephen Jarvis, a recipient of 2019 Commonwealth Scholarships for Developing Commonwealth countries, stated, "My scholarship applications have always been greatly improved after I've gotten someone to pass a critical eye over them." We are very biased towards our own content. We need a fresh set of eyes to look into our content and our ideas and make it even better. We have completed yet another episode of the series Know Your Scholarships. If you ask what's next, so let's see. In episode 1, we understood why we need scholarships and also the basics of scholarships, such as the types, the sources of scholarships, the eligibility. In episode 2, we understood when and how to start planning and prepping for these scholarships and what are the requirements for the scholarship applications. And now in the upcoming videos, we'll talk about specific countries. We will help you find different scholarships for those specific countries and also how to practically apply for them. I really hope you understood the importance of prepping. Do comment on this video if you have any queries. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon.